I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, could you call the roll? I know, I remember what you told me.
Yes, Mayor, a quorum is present for the City Council, Successor Agency, and Housing Authority.
Okay, I have an announcement to make. On December 3rd, Wednesday, from 5 to 8 p.m., there's going to be a Christmas parade and a holiday tree lighting ceremony, which will occur on the Kia Farms parking lot. And you'll enter through the EV6 gate, which is located off Kareem Court. So join us for holiday crafts, hot chocolate, treats, and more.
A week from tomorrow.
Okay, it's a week from tomorrow. And Madam Clerk, could you call the roll?
Yes, Mayor, a quorum is present for the City Council, Successor Agency, and Housing Authority.
Okay, so is the school district here? Well, if not,
This is not today.
okay. I recently had the privilege of joining Dr. Morris and Dr. Bernadette Lucas and Dr. Carlos McGee for their latest episode of their IUSD Unplugged podcast. When I returned as mayor, both the city and the school district were in significant decline. Since then, the district has seen several county administrators, but under this new leadership, the IUSD is restoring the luster to our community that we once knew. I encourage our residents to look for their podcast. It's IUSD Unplugged, and this episode offers an insightful look at the progress being made and, most importantly, how close the district is to returning to local control. The IUSD Unplugged podcast will air immediately following City Council, and I encourage our residents to check it out. Now, with that, we are going to open for public comment. Any persons wishing to comment on any item on today's agenda may do so at this time.
Mayor and council have been given public comments and for their review.
Okay, I heard that they have studied them back there, too. Item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Warrant register.
Receive and file. M1.
Approval of the minutes for the meetings held August 26th and September 9th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. Consent calendar, item 2.
Staff report, oh, no. I'm sorry.
Is there
So
a
moved.
motion?
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. 01.
Staff report recommending the mayor and council members adopt ordinance number 26-03, establishing pay range assignment and conditions of employment for fiscal year 2025 through 2026.
Motion to wait for the reading.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
I move adoption.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. A1.
Nothing to report, Mayor, other than happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Thank you, sir. CM1.
Nothing to report, sir.
CC1.
Just real quickly, the turkey giveaway today, City Treasurer and I attended that. It was fantastic. And then happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Thank you, Mayor.
CSA2.
Staff approval of the minutes of the meetings held on August 26th and September 9th, 2025.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Successor agency members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
I will adjourn the successor agency. The Housing Authorities in session H2.
Approval of the minutes of the meetings held on August 26th and September 9th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Housing Authority members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
I will adjourn the Housing Authority. There are no appointments to boards, commissions, and committees. Public comment. Any persons wishing to address the council on any matter connected with city business not elsewhere covered on the agenda may do so at this time. Please.
Hi, this is so nice. My name is Tiffany Jackson. I work with the nonprofit All for Kids. This is my second Inglewood City Council meeting, so I'm excited to learn from you all. We're going to be standing up some workshops throughout Holly Mitchell's district, but my area specifically is Inglewood. Hawthorne, Lennox, Lawndale. So I'll be here hopefully more often, learning from you all and hopefully partnering with you all. I left some flyers out there for our Community and Family Resource Center. If you know anyone who needs any resources, utility assistance, housing assistance, job assistance, anything really, feel free to connect with us. We'll connect you to our case navigators who can support with those linkages. Yeah,
And-
excited to meet you all.
And what was your name again?
Tiffany Jackson.
Tiffany, welcome. With that, we'll close public comment. We'll open to council comments. We'll start with District 1, Councilwoman Gray.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good afternoon, everyone. The city had their annual turkey giveaway, and as usual, it was a success. It was great seeing so many, our residents coming there to get a turkey so that they can have a turkey meal for Thanksgiving. Thank you to the Parks and Recreation staff. You see the pictures there. Thank you to the volunteers and the sponsors. Again, it was a wonderful event just to be out there early morning. See pictures of the mayor and the whole team there. These are challenging times for so many people, and I've had conversations with some of my colleagues and others that talk about the fact that there are many turkey giveaways this year. You see more than usual, and I think that just tells you there's this time where this is the time where people are really in need, and so I'm very happy to be part of a team that recognize that we need to give back to our community. So thank you for that. The other thing is that I want to let everyone know that we are having our D1 holiday Christmas party and toy drive. It's for the entire city. The mayor and the council and the city clerk and city treasurer will be there, and everyone is invited. Please register. It's at Martin's Event Center. If you were there last year, you'll remember that you had a great time. It's a time of celebration as well as just being with family and friends. So please register and come to the event. I want to wish my youngest grandchild, Micah Ector, in the middle there, with her dad and their brother at SeaWorld. I think there's another picture maybe that shows her right there. She's 1 year old on the 23rd. She's just my heart. So I just want to wish her a happy 1 year birthday to her. So she had a great time in the balloons too at SeaWorld. You met her, Mr. Mayor. You remember you saw her. So again, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Have a safe, a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Pretty job. Councilman Padilla.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I mean, again, just to echo this morning's turkey giveaway was a huge success. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I was delivering turkeys with Ramon to about 30, 35 families that are homebound, some of our seniors that aren't able to get out. So it was good to put a smile to people's faces as we showed up with their boxes of goodies along with the turkey. So I want to thank all the folks that helped make this morning's event a huge success. Thank you to everyone. I have my District 2 toy and canned food drive coming up. The collection is on Saturday, December 6th from 10 to 2 at the District 2 Community Center right there at, say, Fairview and La Cienega, right on the corner. So if you have any gifts or canned food that you'd like to donate that's going to go to a family in need, please stop by. Again, that's Saturday, December the 6th from 10 to 2 p.m. I also want to remind folks, Santa's sleigh is going to be coming to your part of Inglewood here in the next couple of weeks. That's Inglewood Police Department Santa's sleigh that'll be making its rounds. So keep an eye out on social media, on the city's social media page, and on the Inglewood Police Department's social media page. It'll be listed on there when they'll be coming to your part of the neighborhood. So come on out, meet Santa, take a picture, and just celebrate the upcoming holiday season. Another reminder to our residents and our business owners, I'm coming out early with this in that City Hall will be closed the last couple of weeks of the month and the first week of January. So please don't wait till the last second and then realize, oh my God, nobody told us that City Hall's closing again. We close every year during the holiday season, so I don't want you to be blindsided and be upset. So plan accordingly. Please get all your city business done on time. And then I want to wish each and every one of you and your families and your loved ones, and if you're traveling, have safe travels. But above all, have a happy and a blessed Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family. That's the reason we do what we do. And let's thank God for the opportunity to serve each other during the holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Dion Falk, District 4.
Thank you, thank you. Really quickly, I know everybody kind of is going to jump in and just say what a wonderful Thanksgiving turkey giveaway we had at SoFi Stadium, as we do every year. So congratulations to Thomas Uall, our director, and his team for another great year. Donley Farms for one of our being a wonderful sponsor of the event. And everybody on the dais was there actually today, so congratulations. I know Paul Pierce was there, and Mac 10 was there as well, so it was just another great year. So congratulations to everyone for putting our residents first in their time of need. We did have a sellout on the turkeys, so always happy and blessed to have such a wonderful event and to have such a giving city and a lot of volunteers that come and volunteer their time to make sure that this event is successful. Also, I want to acknowledge our toy giveaways that's coming up next month. We have Darby Dixon that's happening on December 6th, and that is just for the wonderful kids in the Darby Dixon area on Saturday, December 6th. So I'm looking forward to spreading joy just in that community. And then also, we have our big Winter Wonderland event on Sunday, December 7th, and that is for the whole District 4. And we have lots of great fun and activities, snow and Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus and jumpers and all that stuff. So it's a free event, so make sure you bring your kids out. And then a couple of things. I want to also congratulate my cousin niece, Kendall Huddleston. She actually was crowned queen this year for the 2025 Kappa Alpha Psi Black and White Ball on Saturday. And I mean, I couldn't believe it. So I was just like, congratulations. I just wanted to just acknowledge her. I'm so proud of her. She worked very hard to be crowned the queen. So she is the 2025 queen of the ball. And then lastly, I want to wish my mommy, Jean, a happy birthday this year. She is turning 80 years old, and we're celebrating her this weekend. And so congratulations to my mommy, Jean Young. So happy birthday, mommy. That's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, all hail the Queen.
Oh,
And
hell.
happy
There's my baby.
and happy birthday, Mom.
Yep.
Councilman of
Thank you.
District 3, Ella Morales, the council dean.
Thank you. So some of the same thing. I want to thank staff. I mean, I'm amazed every time we get to show up to the Thanksgiving turkey giveaway like every other event. And, we get to take the mic, we get to take the pictures, and they do all the work. So it was a great day. I mean, it was nice out there. Paul Pierce and Mac 10, as successful as they are, it's really nice to see how happy they are to be here and how proud they are that they're from Inglewood, just like the rest of us. So that's real cool. Outside of that, I want to thank another gentleman. His name is Michael Lanier, who reached out to me about a month ago. He was looking to do something good in the city of Inglewood because he does a lot of business here, and he donated 100 turkeys. And I'm sorry, I forgot to give them the pictures, but he donated 100 turkeys. We went to Oak Street School, and there's a lot of need right now, just like they were talking about here on the dais. And it was amazing how fast that list got filled up, and then how excited they were when they picked up the turkey and the side. So thank you, Michael Lanier, for that. And thank you to Don Goodman, who does so much on Thanksgiving. I mean, it's amazing. And it's also nice that during these years that we're seeing some success, that we're doing this for the residents. So I'm really proud of that, because I remember the years when we could not. So thank you very much, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. That's it, Mayor.
I want to thank again Donley Farms and Don Benjamin. They're our biggest sponsor for our turkey giveaway. But I also don't want to forget Snoop Dogg. He donates a $10,000 check towards that event, and we really appreciate him. Now, something that Eloy mentioned, he mentioned Mac 10 and Paul Pierce. There was a time, like, if you were like a famous rapper, or you came out of high schools and you became a pro player, that was big because you were from Inglewood. And now the beautiful thing is that Inglewood has lived up to the progeny that have gone away and made themselves famous. And that says a lot to me. And so I really appreciate it that they continue to come and make their presence known. And with that, we're adjourned.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, happy.
Welcome to IUSD Unplugged. I'm the Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Bernadette Lucas, and today we're celebrating something really extraordinary here in Inglewood Unified School District. Our students have achieved their strongest academic performance since before the pandemic, a true district-wide success story. Student achievement rose across every tested subject. In English, language, arts, 30% of students met or exceeded standards, up nearly 4 points from last year and above pre-pandemic levels. Math proficiency increased by 3.3 points to nearly 20%, driven by notable 8th grade gains. Our science scores reached the highest levels in district history, with all tested grades improving and proficiency among African American students doubling in just 1 year. Why is this important and significant? These results show what's possible when students are supported, teachers are empowered, and our entire community is united around high expectations and equity. Joining me first is someone who knows that spirit of excellence firsthand, Dr. Saba Araya, principal of City Honors International Preparatory School at Inglewood Unified's Iovine Young Center, one of our district's standout performers in this year's results. I want to say this about Dr. Araya. She was an outstanding, excellent teacher and a phenomenal school leader, a phenomenal principal who has a clear vision for her school that she rallies her school community around. I am so proud to welcome Dr. Araya.
Thank you, Dr. Lucas.
Truer words have never been spoken. I have a first question for you, Dr. Araya. Spotlighting your growth, let's get right into City Honors posted scores with the largest math gains in the entire district, a 13 percentage point increase. I just want the community to know a double point gain like this is statistically so significant and took a lot of hard work. What do you believe contributed most to these successes and this growth?
That's an amazing question. First, I want to give all the kudos to our amazing students and teachers. I mean, they're really the ones behind the growth. But one of the things that we did do for our math growth was every teacher in the math department took the CAS practice questions and actually embedded them in their lesson plan every single day. And so that's one of the things we believe contributed, among some other things. I also want to attribute our success to our ELA department. Our ELA teachers are amazing. They work very hard. They work collaboratively. They work not in silo, but I also do want to say that we had tremendous loss. And so throughout this loss, our teachers showed the resilience that we know we needed to kind of bring us through, also in our math department. So we really believe that our success comes from the relationships that we built with our students, the time we spend with our students. We get to know our students by name and by need. Our intervention programs are focused on individual students that really need to come up to grade level standards. And so those are some of the things we really believe helped us gain tremendously.
And one thing I can say, working with Dr. Wright, what she's saying is exactly what she does at her school. And I think this is a really important point to make, that she talks much less than she actually walks. She shows staff and students and the community what needs to happen by doing, not by just speaking. And because of that, she's promoted a culture of high expectation and high expectations across her entire school community. Your students consistently rise to meet these high expectations, and I see that on a daily basis, Dr. Raya. How do you and your staff build a culture where every student believes they can succeed, especially in rigorous subjects like math and science?
So one of the things that's not directly attributed to the classroom, but is attributed to our culture, is that in the morning at the gate, our safety personnel, as well as myself, our assistant principal, we're out there greeting our students. And so that's something that we've seen. It helps promote pride, I guess we can say, so that we know what students really need when they come into the school. We look at their faces. If we notice that they're sad or what have you, we make sure to reach out to them so that they know that we care. So that's one thing. The other thing is I'm kind of like a mom on campus, and so I'm constantly calling students out by their name and getting to know them and talking with them so that they know that we're behind them no matter what. So they feel comfortable in coming to talk to myself, the counselors, and everyone else that's on the campus, the safety, the nurse, we're all in it together. And so we also speak to them and we say what our expectations are. So again, at the gate, if we notice that something is off or their uniform is not there, we make sure to reiterate our 6 pillars of character. Some of our core values are embedded in our 6 pillars of character, and those are respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, caring, fairness, and citizenship. So we're constantly talking about what character is and why we value integrity. And because of that, we believe that our students know that what the expectation is every single day.
I love it. Your remarks really hone in on the fact, Dr. Rye, that not only do you promote a culture of high expectations around academics, but around our students' social emotional wellness. Mm-hmm. And I know firsthand how important this has been to you. You promote this notion of centering oneself, the wellness centers, right, and all that. I really want to highlight that because, to your point, ensuring that our students are cared for and treated as human beings has been a huge part of, a huge hallmark of your leadership. Let's get into equity and engagement, which you are also extremely strong in. We saw strong growth across all student groups. How do you ensure that your instructional practices meet the diverse needs of all learners?
One of the things that we have incorporated for the last 3 years are data chats. And data chats are 3 to 5 minutes of a chat where the teacher and the student is meeting and they're going over data. And that data is individualized. And so sometimes if the teacher notices that the student has been late to class, they'll focus on attendance. We also focus on our test scores, our formative assessments. And so through those data chats, we ensure that we are talking to every single student. I also have data chats with my teachers. And so I really want to build that relationship with them as well, so that it's kind of a model for what they're expected to do with their students. We also have Saturday school, where we're targeting students of diverse needs, whatever they need. We want to make sure that we are giving them not specialized treatment, but just a place where they can thrive, a smaller space. And so we're truly, truly, truly always focusing on our diverse learners. Last year at our graduation, we highlighted the languages and the cultures of our students. And so we always want to spotlight our diverse learners in every single thing that we do.
Dr. Rao, I always have get goosebumps when you speak. Want to talk about looking ahead. Your school had a waiting list this year, a mile long. So we have lots of families, lots of students trying to get into City Honors. So there's so much to come for that incredible school. With these results as the momentum and all that you all do at City Honors, what's next for the school? What are you most excited about for this school year?
Wow. I'm excited about our new students. I'm excited about our students who are going off to college. So with that being said, I'm excited about our college tours. Last year, we took a tour to the Bay Area, where our students were able to visit Stanford, Davis. So our student tours are something that we have always wanted to do, and finally had the chance to do it. And we're excited about this year's trip to the Bay Area. We're also excited about our wellness and what we've been able to do with our wellness space. So now we have programming, as you know, through our PE classes, where all 9th and 10th grade students have access to our wellness space. They have access to daily programming. And we have seen that our students are more confident. They are more eager to share, and they're able to come to us with any need that they may have. And so we're excited about our wellness explosion. We're also looking forward to getting our parents and community involved in our wellness space on the weekends. Additionally, this is like one of the biggest highlights for me. The Iovine and Young Center Inglewood is we're in our first year, and we have a cohort of students. They are amazing. They're artists, and they are planners. They want to do fundraising. And so with that school and our cohort, they're embedded in challenge-based learning. And so they're so excited to build their school to what we know it will be in the next 4 years. We're so excited to see where this school will take our school community. We are really, truly grateful for the opportunity. And lastly, we're so excited about our new innovation hub that will be opening soon.
There are no words to express how impressed everyone is with you. I know this is difficult for you to hear because you're so humble, but it warrants sharing. The leadership that you provided City Honors that's led to this growth is beyond commendable. And I want the community to know that. And how not only do you center academics, and I've mentioned this, but it warrants mentioning again, but you center what it means to be a whole human being. And that focus that you've given the school community on that, in addition to the outstanding academics that are happening there, has led to this growth. And you set the pace for the district. So Dr. Araya, thank you for sharing those powerful insights and for the incredible leadership you and your team continue to model at City Honors International Preparatory School. Your school's success, a 13 percentage point increase in math, and strong gains across every student group truly reflects what's possible when high expectations, great teaching, extraordinary leadership, and belief in students come together. City Honors is showing that our young people are capable of extraordinary achievement when they are known, supported, and challenged by name and need to reach their full potential. Congratulations again to you, your school community, your staff, your students, your parents, and their families on this remarkable accomplishment. We are so proud of the example City Honors is setting for IUSD.
Thank you, Dr. Lucas.
You're welcome, Dr. Raya. Welcome back to IUSD Unplugged. We've been discussing the incredible academic growth happening across the Inglewood Unified School District and how these results tell a powerful story about our students and their community. These results are not just a reflection of what's happening inside of our classrooms. They represent a community that believes in its students and invests in their success. This kind of progress is only possible when schools, families, and the city leaders work together with a shared vision. Joining me now to talk about these city partnerships and what these results mean for our community are the IUSD Board of Education's Vice President, Dr. Carlos McGee, our County Administrator, Dr. Jim Morris, and the Mayor of the City of Inglewood, Mayor James T. Butts. Thank you all so much for joining us today.
Great to be here.
So great to have you. Dr. McGee, the first question is for you. I want to talk about board leadership and the community commitment to what's happening in the district. Dr. McGee, as board vice president, you've helped guide and provide leadership to IUSD through an incredible period of growth. What do these results say about our students, educators, and the community that supports them?
Well, one of the things I can elaborate on is the fact that we are really learning to work with our community. We're learning to work with our families, and we're learning to work more what the operational looks like in terms of how our students succeed. So when the board is thinking about how they can participate, we're looking at the equity. We're looking at what that looks like. And I have a famous quote that I always say, if it's not good for our students, it's not going to be good for anybody. Our students come first, so board decisions are primarily based on what's the equity shared that our students are going to benefit. And so when I look at these test scores, I am looking at how equity has been shared across the board, not only in our school district, but it has been shared with our parents, it's been shared with our teachers. And so I think the message is very clear that when you share the equity and you're transparent with what we're doing, these are the results. And today it's just all about how our students have rose to the occasion.
Dr. McGee, I think everyone around this table understands and knows that you walk by the very words that you communicated just now. Our next question is for Mayor Butts. Mayor Butts, the Inglewood community has a lot to celebrate. Our students aren't just improving, they're surpassing pre-pandemic levels. What does this achievement mean to you as mayor and as a lifelong champion of Inglewood?
Well, if you don't look at the history of the city, you won't truly appreciate what's going on right now. I came to the city in about 1972 with the police department. And at that time, the school district was highly regarded. I spent 19 years in the police department, left for 15 years to be the chief of Santa Monica, left to run counterterrorism for the airport, and returned 15 years ago. Now, at that time, the city and the school district were in the same place. They were declining. And so what's happening now allows us to restore the luster that we had, the ambiance that we had with the city for education. For a long time, we were known just for the 72 championship Laker teams with Wilt, Gail Goodrich, and Jerry West, and then the three-piece Showtime Lakers, Seattle Slew running at the racetrack. That's what we were known for.
Yes.
But it didn't hide the fact that parents were sending their kids elsewhere to be educated. And so what's happening now brings everything back together. And I am so proud, after spending 53 years with this city, to see all the work that you have done manifest itself into a brighter reality.
Dr. Morris, I couldn't help but notice you smiling and nodding as Dr. McGee and Mayor Butts responded. So I'm excited to get into this next question around district achievement. Dr. Morris, these are the strongest results we've seen since before the pandemic, with gains across every subject area. From your perspective as our leader, what do these outcomes tell you about where IUSD is today and where we're headed?
Great question, Dr. Lucas. I think the results tell us three things about where we are today. They tell us that we're serving an incredible group of brilliant students who are smart, who are capable, and who are really dedicated to demonstrating how much they know. The other things that it tells us is we have some incredible teachers in this school district who really care about the young people that they serve. They're true professionals. And obviously, I think the third thing is we are really fortunate to have a community that supports education. That's the parents, that's the other elected officials, that's obviously our Board of Education. But it's, parents and the schools coming together. That's where Inglewood Unified is today. Where are we going tomorrow? We're going up. We're going to continue on a trajectory upward.
I mean, anyone in the community listening to you all's responses could have nothing but hope based on results. Dr. McGee, I want to riff off of what Ms. Mayor Butts and Dr. Morris shared. You've been on the board for quite some time. If you wouldn't mind talking about that a little bit and what trajectory you've seen the district on since your tenure on the board.
Well, I think the mayor and I both can attest to the fact that I've been here 13 years, and Mayor Butts, you've been here how long?
15 years.
15. He came 2 years before I did, but we ran at the same time. I think what I've seen is a city that is building its infrastructure and that people want to be a part of it. So when you get one thing right, which I think the mayor has done a phenomenal job in just bringing the culture of Inglewood to a place that we can be proud of. So when I look at my tenure on this board for the last 13 years and being in receivership and fighting so hard to allow parents to see that we were capable of having their children come back. And I just want to applaud your position in the school district as our assistant superintendent and chief academic
Officer?
officer, chief academic officer. Thank you. The leadership really matters in any situation. And I think that you've been extremely focused. You have managed to focus our staff, which in exchange has been able to focus our students. And our students have been able to bring their families along and let them know that we can't just do this on our own. We have to work in conjunction with each other. So what I've been able to see is real progress. And to have our students come back after the pandemic and achieve at a level that was post-pandemic, it is just absolutely heartwarming. Every time I think about what this board wanted, we wanted to see student achievement. We wanted to see our students moving up. That's what parents look at. That's what everybody looks at when they're looking at a school district. What is that school district doing? Are my children going to be safe there? Are they going to learn? And I think for the last 13 years, each year we've made some improvement. But I think in the last couple of years, I have seen the greatest improvement. And that for me, I'm like Dr. Morris. I can't see us going any place but up.
That is so inspiring. With two living legends here at the table, Mayor Butts, the next question is for you. Let's talk about city-district collaboration, if that's okay. We know games like this happen when schools and cities work hand in hand to get the results that we want for the young people of this city. Mayor Butts, can you share some of the ways the city and the district have partnered to create positive environments for students and families?
I'd be glad to do that. But when you record things like this, it's important to set history. And one of the things that we haven't talked about is that when I took office in 2011, after being gone from the city for 20 years to Santa Monica, Los Angeles, the city and the district were in the same place. The city was not going to make payroll by June of 2011. The district was not fulfilling its mandate, and there's a reason. It wasn't living within its means. When I came here We had to cut 129 positions, put everybody on a 10% furlough, get rid of a lifetime medical program that was promised but not funded, and the employees were not happy. The district didn't do the same thing. There were, I don't know, 6 or 7 interims in that time. And you know what the difference with Dr. Morris was? He understood, like I did, that any enterprise that you're working that is funded is a business. And if you don't adhere to business principles, your performer will not work and you will go out of business. Yours is average daily attendance money. You were operating more schools than you had students for, and it hurt the quality of education. He came in and did the tough things. All of you bonded with him, did the tough things, and now you have the phoenix that we call Inglewood rising again. And so what we do, we partnered with the district and we provided police public safety resources so you wouldn't have to maintain a full police agency. That's not your core mission. We are bonding to remodel the main library across the street from Inglewood High School. The 3rd floor, we plan on making an innovation center, and we hope to connect it across Manchester to Inglewood High. We want to help the district be unique and attract parents from other locations that say, hey, I want to live in Inglewood because we want our children in Inglewood Unified School District. And so every opportunity that we have, we're going to bond with you and do these types of things.
I know your comments are the perfect segue to what I was going to share with Dr. Morris next and ask of him. Dr. Morris, you've had to make, and you did make, some very difficult decisions in the best interests of the district. And those decisions had a lot to do with equity and systems of support for students. And those are decisions that had to be made. To Mayor Butts' point, they hadn't been made, but you did it. Dr. Morris, one of the most inspiring aspects of these results is the progress among all student groups, including African American students, whose science proficiency doubled in a single year. Dr. Morris, what systems or strategies help make that equitable growth possible?
Well, I think there are a couple of things, Dr. Lucas. As you said, we have a plan. We have a plan right now. And one of the things we've taken on in the district is really embrace this idea of every student by name and by need. It is critically important, number one, that we have a plan. That starts with rigorous instruction in every classroom, having highly trained teachers, investing in our teachers, making sure we have strong leaders and administrators at school campuses. They're integral to guiding the way. We have an assessment system. We don't let children fall behind. We monitor them on a regular basis. We have those elements in place, and it really sums to, we have a plan, thanks to you, Dr. Lucas, and the Ed Services team. We have a plan, and it's working.
Thank you, Dr. Morris. I wish I could take credit with the Ed Services team, but it took such a team effort, and you're the leader of that team. Dr. McGee, I want to talk a little bit about equity and opportunity. As our board vice president, you've been committed to this, and not just word, but deed. One of the most inspiring aspects of these results is the progress among all student groups. How does the board work to ensure equity and inclusion, that those two concepts remain central to what we're doing toward IUSD success, academic success and social emotional success for students?
I think one key component to that area being a success is that we see all of our students and we see them on an equal and equitable basis. And oftentimes we get in certain school districts and we want to favor this group or that group. I think Inglewood Unified School District has done a phenomenal job in making sure that all our children are seen. And what I mean by that, we provide services that speak to their cultural needs. It speaks to their home needs. We have to look at the whole child. We have been feeding our students. We have been finding homes for our students that are unhoused. So those are the things. You can't just send a child to school and expect them to perform when you know that there are other serious concerns that impact their growth and their learning. So I think the school board has been very focused on trying to provide services that will assist our families in making sure that we are speaking to the whole child. So, I'm excited about what else we need to do.
As am I. Mayor Butts, as I listen to Dr. McGee, I can't help but think about many of the comments you've made about the city and your vision for the city, and you brought that vision to life of a world-class city.
Yay.
How does your vision for the city align to the remarks that Dr. McGee just shared?
Well, to talk directly about what she's saying, equity is best defined as setting expectations, demanding that people meet those expectations, but giving them assistance where they fall short in background and training. So the reality is that we're all born equal. However, sometimes we need a ladder to help people make the expectations. And then you have the same requirements. And that's what's happened in Inglewood. In Inglewood, it used to be, when I came back to town, it's 15 years ago now, when you ask somebody from Inglewood where they live, they said, I live right next to Westchester, just south of Culver City. I live about 2 miles from LA International Airport or 20 minutes from downtown. They did not identify themselves as living in Inglewood because Inglewood's brand was bad. Now, when you ask somebody from Inglewood where they live, they say, I live in Inglewood, California, and they become the center of attention. And something else, a phenomenon has happened. When they sell real estate in Westchester, Ladera Heights, Baldwin Hills, Culver City, on the real estate flyers, the last line is Inglewood adjacent. Now, let me tell you something. Nobody would ever identify their city or their property as being near Inglewood, and that's where the brand has changed. And that's what you're doing, doctors, is you're changing the brand of the Inglewood Unified School District. That's advertisement. Why do you think advertising is so important? It's so expensive because it sets the predicate for what people's desires will be. And that's what you're doing. You're changing the brand as the city has changed its brand.
Oh my goodness, Dr. Morris, let's talk about the collaboration and leadership that you've had with the city, Mayor Butts in particular, but city leaders as a group. Dr. Morris, we just heard Mayor Butts talk about city partnerships and his vision for the city and how that connects to the district's vision for itself. From the district side, how have these relationships strengthened IUSD's ability to support students and families?
Well, I think the mayor mentioned a couple of them. The Inglewood Police Department, if there is an incident at our school, it is always top priority.
Yes.
We owe incredible thanks to the police department. In addition to that, this library project is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
But I was at a school this morning, and the crossing guard who helps the children across the street knew those children by name and by need and knew which child and how they like to be greeted in the morning.
Yeah.
It's those kind of things that tell us it takes the whole community. And that's families, that's the folks at the city, that's everyone in the community coming together to say we share a responsibility to uplift every child in Inglewood. And I think that's the partnership that we're proud of.
We're nearing the end of our segment. The passion, the love for our students and children that you've shown just in this segment alone, I'm inspired and I work with you all the time. I can't imagine how the families of Inglewood feel about having you as leaders. And I want to thank you for this segment and for your incredible remarks. I'm going to ask each of you to share what we may not have gotten to that you want to get out into the community about our district's partnerships with the city, the community, the trajectory we're on for student achievement and student growth. We want to hear from you. Dr. Morris, would you like to start?
Okay. You said it. We are on a trajectory. This is a school district on the move, a school district that believes in children, that is ready to collaborate with students, their families, and anyone else in the community that wants to help us keep moving student achievement forward.
Wonderful. Mayor Butts.
Well, finally, after all this time, the district has right-sized itself. It hasn't, vision without planning, strategy, and execution is pure hallucination. And I'll have to be honest with you, some of the leaders that preceded the doctor, they had vision without planning and strategy. And what happened? Things got incrementally worse. Dr. Morris came and he assessed the situation for what it was, right-sized the district, installed competent leadership, exceptional leadership, and partnered with the city, and look what's happened. The city and the school district are now coming to the same level, and it's something that just inspires me. And I want to thank all of you for what you have done for the children of Inglewood.
Thank you. And closing us out, Dr. McGee.
Well, I really want to thank the board that I sit on. We have really weathered the storm together. This is a board that came in knowing that they were in receivership and there would be no compensation for the work that we do. But when I look at the board that I serve on and my colleagues that sit with me, I could not be prouder. Each and every one of them brings something to the table. And we have gone through at least 9 county and state administrators, and they have stayed the course. And I think that speaks volume for what we do as a school board member and what we do for our communities that we were elected to serve. And so I want to leave it on that note. And I want to say to them, thank you for staying the course, because without their leadership, a lot of this that we're talking about today would not be accomplished.
I am so honored to have sat here at this table with you all and had this conversation with you. I'm just blown away. Thank you, Mayor Butts, Vice President Dr. McGee, and Dr. Morris for your insights and your unwavering commitment to our students and families. What we're seeing in Inglewood right now is bigger than test scores. It's about belief in our students, in our educators, and in the power of a united community, which we heard about today. When city leadership, district leadership, and families work together with a shared purpose, this is what's possible. This is an example of a partnership between a school district and a city. We're grateful for your partnership and for the continued collaboration that's helping IUSD's incredible, beautiful, phenomenal, breathtaking students rise to new heights. Up next, we'll visit one of our standout schools to see how this progress comes to life every day in our classrooms. Thank you all again. We are wrapping up today's exciting show by shining a spotlight on La Tijera Academy of Excellence, TK8 school, and what a school of excellence it is. One of the district's most improved schools with double-digit growth in both English, language arts, and mathematics. Joining me today are 6th grade La Tijera teacher, Ms. Denman Mays, whose dedication helped make this success possible, and one of her remarkable students, 6th grader, Mia Owens. And I'm especially pleased to welcome Ms. Robbie Tate, principal of La Tijera Academy of Excellence, whose leadership has played a pivotal role in creating the conditions for this remarkable turnaround. And before we get into the questions, I want to say to the three of you, I could not possibly be prouder of what you've accomplished at La Tijera. To sit here with you is my honor. You're my colleagues, you are who I serve. And sitting here with you is magic to me. And I can't wait to talk about your school with you. It's a blessing. Thank you. It is my blessing to sit here with you. Ms. Tate, I would like to start with you talking about vision and leadership. Thank you for being here with us today. Under your leadership, La Tijera has made significant strides. What was your vision going into the school year, and how did you set the tone for success?
Having a vision, first of all, is so important. My vision when I became principal at La Tijera TK8 Academy of Excellence, without a question, was to empower our teachers. It is very important important to me that I poured into them what they deserved. I made sure that the educators have the tools that they need. They had holistic support. The support they needed to serve kids academically, emotionally, socially, and just to meet every need of every child. A lot of times our teachers are overlooked, and it's important that they're well so they can be well for kids. So a part of my vision was to make sure that I valued the staff and teachers at La Tijera. I wanted them to know that I was there for them because I needed them to show up for students, as they always have, but it was time to elevate. In pouring into the staff, the ultimate goal was to develop critical thinkers, problem solvers. We wanted students to be able to reach their full potential in every aspect. And so I made sure that, and I'm going to continue to make sure that our staff and teachers have the resources that they need and that they are well, and that I show gratitude daily. So they feel valued and they're appreciated, so they can always do what's best for kids.
And Ms. Tate, what I want to say here today is that not only do you speak these words and walk them at your school site, but you are your school's chief advocate. I love to use the word lioness when it comes to our leaders. You are absolutely a lioness for La Tijera, and everyone needs to understand that. You fight hard for your school, and it shows in the results.
Yes.
I couldn't be prouder to work with you. Ms. Mays,
Yes.
I've known you now for 6 years. You are a phenomenal, not only educator, but colleague. You have committed your career to this district. Ms. Mays, I want to talk to you about keys to success. You spent your entire career here. You understand this district.
Yes.
And you know what it takes to move it forward. La Tijera saw tremendous growth this year. What were some of the most effective strategies you used to help students reach the level of success that they reached?
There were a few that we used. First, we had the new curriculum Amplify. So I did use that, and there were certain things and aspects in Amplify that were aligned with the test. So that was wonderful because my students had the foundation when it came time to take the test. Also, we used AVID strategies because I love AVID, which means, and I wrote down the acronym, so it's advancement via individual determination. But the strategies in AVID helped because it promoted collaboration amongst the students, and it helped develop their critical thinking. So that was a definite plus in the success of the students. And we focused a lot on writing, because I did a lot. Oh, I'm sorry, but we did a lot in class. We focused on writing a lot, and we focused on academic language, and I had the students speak in the terms that they would see on the test, so they'll be familiar. And then also just the social, emotional learning piece. Their wellness was very important, like Ms. Tate said about our wellness. I had to make sure, the kids' wellness was at the forefront, because if they weren't okay, they weren't going to test well. Absolutely. So that was one of the things that I did focus, one of the few things I focused on.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to sit here with one of our students from La Tijera Academy of Excellence, Mia Owens. And Mia, I hope you know a couple of things. One, you work with two phenomenal, extraordinary educators and also role models. They are my role models. I look up to them, and I've learned a lot from both of them, as I can imagine you have too. But right now it's about you. Our students are the reason why. You're the reason we come to work every day. You're what motivates us. You facilitate our passion. And so sitting here next to you, I'm extremely excited, okay? So, ready for your first question?
Yes.
All right, sweetheart, it's on preparation. Mia, congratulations for being a part of such an amazing accomplishment as what La Tijera has accomplished. How did you and your classmates get ready for the examinations?
Thank you. We reviewed our notes and old assignments. Our teacher also taught us some test-taking strategies, such as reading carefully and checking our work. I also tried to stay calm and get enough sleep the nights before testing. Throughout the year, our teacher showed our growth, or if we didn't grow, and if we exceeded or not.
Yes, I love it. So you were able to monitor your own learning throughout the school year. You didn't have to wait until the end of the school year. You knew exactly where you stood throughout the school year, thanks to Ms. Denman Mays and Ms. Tate's leadership. Let's talk about your classroom experience a little bit, okay? What are some of the things you enjoy most about your school?
What I enjoy most about my school is the people and the positive atmosphere. The teachers are really supportive and make learning fun. And my classmates are kind and always are willing to help each other. I also like all the activities we get to do, like clubs, sports, and spirit days, and the assemblies.
I love it. You are brilliant.
Thank you.
You are. Ms. Tate, let's talk about creating a culture of high expectations. How did you help foster a culture where both students and staff believed this kind of growth was possible?
Well, culture is extremely important.
Yes.
And so because I was a teacher at Lati here, I was very familiar with the potential and how amazing the staff already was. And so one thing that I implemented when I first became the leader of the school was morning announcements. Morning announcements is something that we do every day. It's part of our culture. It sets the tone for the day. It's a reminder to the whole neighborhood, really, because they all hear me. But it's just a reminder on why we're there, the why. Again, I show gratitude to teachers. I remind the students of the expectations. And in the morning announcements, I'm actually helping them reach those expectations by reminding them daily of what our school should look like and sound like. Also, we have our professional learning communities. When I first came to the school, I made sure that I made time to listen to the teachers' concerns, the students' concerns, and there were certain things that I needed to address immediately. And as a result, they knew that change was coming. And it came pretty quickly. I knew that the teachers needed some training with the new curriculum. I knew that they needed time. The way our bell schedule is set up, a lot of teachers were taking work home and just doing a lot of work off the clock, which all educators know it is a part of the job. However, you know, if I can do something to change that, I wanted to. Absolutely. And so we would have bi-weekly PLCs where they would get time to collaborate, look at the data so they can create the small group instruction. I was very consistent in what I was doing. And I think that showed the teachers, okay, she's here to support us. We're gonna do everything we need to do that's best for kids. Even though I knew that was the intention before, but they didn't have the resources and they didn't have the tools. So I gave them the time, I gave them the resources, we collaborated, ongoing classroom observations, feedback observations. We have an amazing instructional coach. So anything they needed help with, whether it be from our school coach or the company curriculums coach, they got everything that they needed. And so I even had people who never signed up for after-school tutoring, sign up for after-school tutoring. I had more people sign up to do more sports. We actually have a cross-country team this year. We've never had that. We have flag football, we have volleyball, we have boys basketball. And so that was all in changing the culture. And so the activities, you know, I'm still young myself, so I know that the Spirit Weeks and making school fun, you know, it's not just about academics, but it's about, you know, a place where you know you can just thrive in every way, academically, socially, emotionally, mentally. And so we have our Spirit Weeks, our clubs, we have our leadership club, which is huge. I want to empower them so they can be the next leaders of our country. We have hope, everyone.
Yes.
And so all of these things were put in place, but I couldn't do it alone. I shared my vision. It became a shared vision. I got a lot of input. We work together, and as a result, we're thriving. We're going to continue to thrive, and we're very humble, and we're going to be open to feedback. I appreciate the parents who cooperate with us in helping us make this happen, but it's a team effort.
Yes. And you have done a phenomenal job, Ms. Tate, of organizing an incredible team. Your passion, your obsession really with school data, with your staff. Just so you know, Ms. Dimon, so you can take this back to the rest of the staff.
Yes,
Ms. Tate talks about you all constantly. She will stop at nothing to make sure that you're supported and have all the resources that she's talked about.
Yes.
As I transition to the next question for Ms. Dimon, I do think it's important, it just popped up for me, to remind the community that you're both alum of Inglewood Unified School District. And I
Absolutely.
wouldn't mind if you all shared that quickly.
Yes. Well, I'll go first. Yeah, I am a proud product of Inglewood Unified School District. Although my high school is no longer here in name, I did graduate from Morningside High School. Go Monarchs, I'm always gonna be a Monarch. I've been in Inglewood Inglewood Unified since second grade. So second grade to high school, I went away to college for a few years, and she and I actually share the same college. But went to college for a few years, and I came back to Inglewood, and Inglewood is my home, it's my passion. I love these children. I was one of them, and I give them 110% of me because I am Inglewood. And so I want to be an example for them that Inglewood creates 100% productive people, and I want to pass that on and share with them so they can be productive as well. So I'm super proud to be a product of Inglewood.
As you should.
Amen.
I actually started off in first grade at Lottie Hare Academy of Excellence. So never imagined being the principal of that school. But my mom was an employee of the school district, and so wherever she was, I was. So I grew up in Inglewood Unified School District, ultimately graduated from Inglewood High School, extremely proud of that. And then went on to Cal State Long Beach. Yes. I do need to say this though. When I first started teaching at Lottie Hare, I would look up to Mace with Miss Mace. And so I was just, starting off, and I would always, I kind of teamed up with her, and she was someone that I've always admired, and I continue to admire. Something I will say that I'm very proud of, something that my mom, Debbie Tate, always taught me is always important to go back and give to your community. Yes. So it wasn't a question where I was going to be a teacher when I first started teaching. So going back and giving back to my community meant a lot to me. I wanted students to see that you can go to Inglewood Unified School District schools and thrive and be successful. Despite the barriers and the obstacles, you're going to have to work a little harder. However, it's possible. And every day I show up to work, they see it.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, that story alone, we could do a whole segment on. You all are the pride of Inglewood. And to Ms. Dimon Mays' point, this is what Inglewood and Inglewood Unified produces. Yes. I mean, just unbelievable. Ms. Dimon Mays, you spoke about student motivation in your own story. Like what motivates you for them?
Yes.
And I know you're a motivation, you're as an example for them. How did you keep students engaged and confident as they prepared for these assessments?
Some days were rough. I'm going to be quite honest with you, but I just kept showing up. I kept pouring into them. We kept doing what was needed. I didn't give them any breaks. I was very intentional with their learning. I met them where they were and tried to always bring them up, encourage them. We did a lot of data chats throughout the school year. So every time we had an assessment, I would bring them back and I say, okay, this is where we started. Okay, this is where you are. This is where we want you to go. Or if they fell back, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So I was very intentional with my students to discuss with them and tell them the importance of their progress and make them want to care about how they progress. And even during IAB, sometimes it would be all red. And I would be like, oh my goodness, I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'll put it on the ViewSonic. And I'm like, look, you guys, this is red. This is what California is gonna see. This is not who we are. So I had a lot of pep talks with them. And so when the end of the year CASP came about, I was very proud when I got the results because I said, oh my gosh, they brought it. Like all my hard work, all the frustration or just the sleepless nights paid off because they did get it. So I was so proud, and I just keep pouring into my babies every day, every day.
Yes, you do. One of the tenets of our district, what we're working on is this notion of a beloved community in the district and ensuring that every student, every staff member, every parent feels loved and beloved, cared for, treasured, cherished, that they know their worth because that's how they're treated. And you all's remarks are such perfect examples of that. I'm sitting here I'm so proud to work with you. Mia, next question is for you, sweetheart. Okay, pride and inspiration. How does it feel to know your school's success is being celebrated across the district and here on TV today, and as you know, on Wednesday for that big event? How does it feel as a student?
It feels really amazing to know that our school's success is being celebrated across the district. I'm proud to be part of a school where everyone works hard and supports each other. Seeing our efforts recognized makes me feel thankful for our teachers and classmates, and it inspires me to keep giving my best every day.
I can't wait to see what you do next. You are incredible.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you. One closing question for you, and then I'm going to ask everyone to make closing remarks. Mia, what's one thing you're most proud of this year?
I'm really proud of how much I've improved in math this year. I'm proud of how much I've grown as a student. I worked hard to stay focused. It feels great to see how much I've improved and to know that my efforts really paid off.
Yes, they did. Okay. Mr. Mays, collaboration and support. You're also known for working closely with families and colleagues. How did that teamwork contribute to your students' progress? You are known for that.
Oh, I think I have strong relationships with my parents. I do go above and beyond, though I'm emailing or I'm setting up meetings, or they can come to the classroom after school. So I communicate with them on an ongoing basis. Then I also work with my colleagues in our PLCs, which are professional learning communities. And so we do analyze data and we go back, and that helps drive our instruction. If we see things that are not where we would like them, we go back and we're like, okay, let's reteach this, or they didn't get this. What are we doing wrong? How we, I go to all my colleagues and I'm like, give me some ideas. How did you reach this group of students? So we are in constant communication with one another, not just in the PLCs, but even outside of our classrooms. We do communicate a lot because we really want our students to succeed, and we do whatever we can to make sure we do that. And with parent involvement, I'm just there. Parents, I tell them all the time. They call me on my cell phone. They text me. So I'm just there to support their children in whatever they need from me.
And Ms. Mays, after working with and knowing you for 6 years now, you are a true leader. You are a true leader. All of your comments are examples of that, and we can all attest to the fact that that is how you live your professional life. You are devoted and dedicated to this district, and I honor you for that. You're welcome. Thank you. Ms. Tate, let's look ahead. With this year's success, what are your next steps to keep the momentum going at La Tijera Academy of Excellence?
Next steps, well, definitely humble. There's always room for growth, right? There's always room to make experiences better. So we still have a lot of work to do. We've looked at our data already. We want to focus on the students who are still below grade level. That's why we've already started our Saturday school and after school tutoring. But just, continuing to get feedback from the students and the teachers, continuing to focus on data. Like I said, there's always room for growth. And so we're going to just continue to level up, keep the ball rolling, do some refining here and there, and just continue to make sure that our students are globally competitive. Make sure that they, like I said, are critical thinkers, problem solvers, innovators, entrepreneurs. We want them to take ownership of their learning. We want to create a culture and a mindset where they understand that they are in control of their life. We want them to strive for high wage paying jobs. We want them to strive for skills and whatever else their heart desires. The world is very different than it was when I was growing up. And so sometimes I feel like it's us versus the world. And so next steps would just be, like I said, to remain humble, continue to look at the areas of growth, continue to be open to feedback, take ownership and responsibility, and just celebrate the progress and the wins. And I want to just make sure that I continue to pour into my teachers, like I said, and show up for kids. And just do what I can to keep Inglewood on the rise and just make sure our kids are ready for the world.
Ms. Tate, you two are just a phenomenal leader who brings the full weight of her education, her experience, her passion to her students and her staff. It's an absolute honor working with and supporting you. I want to ask you each, no pressure, just I want to make sure that if you have the opportunity to share anything else you want to share that the questions may not have brought out. You've been so informative, so passionate.
Well, I'd just like to say to you, Dr. Lucas, it's something that we've been doing for years in Inglewood, but I really like the concept of every child by name, by need, because now you put that out there as a challenge for all of IUSD staff. And I think that that is very important because the students deserve that. They deserve for all of us to know their names and what they need individually, not always collectively. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mays.
And I like to add also just extremely grateful for your leadership. Dr. Lucas. I didn't always work in Inglewood Unified, and Miss Mays here would always tell me, "You're gonna be back, Miss Tate." And so coming back, I was hesitant, but knowing that you were there and seeing your leadership, you listened to us, you put things in place, you genuinely care about every kid, you care about every person who works in the district. And I'm just, normally you have people at the top, they separate themselves a bit, but you're at our sites, you listen to us, yes. I feel that you genuinely love everyone in the school district, and I'm just so proud to work with you.
Yes.
And Inglewood is just so lucky to have you.
Yes.
And I am just grateful to work alongside of you. I've always admired you, and I am going to continue to be inspired by your amazing leadership.
Yes, absolutely. Agreed.
Let's see if I can finish this interview. Mia, is there anything you'd like to say, sweetheart?
No, thank you.
What you said were mic drop moments, so we are just fine. As we've seen today, these record academic gains reflect dedication and collaboration of everyone in our schools. They show what's possible when students are supported, teachers are empowered, and a community invests in education. From district leadership to city partners, from schools like City Honors and La Tijera, every classroom across Inglewood. This progress shows what's possible when we work together with purpose and with heart. To our students, you are proving every day that you can meet and exceed expectations. To our educators and our families, thank you for your tireless commitment and for never giving up on what's possible. This is more than growth. It's a turning point for Inglewood Unified. Thank you all for joining us for IUSD Unplugged. Until next time, let's keep believing in our students and building a future where every child can thrive. Thank you.